We're here to inspire the uninspired. You'd be surprised how many things have gotten fixed in my manager meetings just because we asked a simple question of why. Got a good one for you guys today. This one's going to be a little bit short though. The topic is the power of the why. So the truth is, nobody wants to do something just because you told them to do it. They need to understand exactly why they're doing it. Think back to a manager you had that was very, very good at their job. Why did you think they were good? Why did you look up to them? It's probably because they were very good at explaining to you why you're doing a task, not just what you're doing or the expected outcome. So we need to think about that when we're communicating stuff to our employees. You'd be surprised how many things have gotten fixed in my manager meetings just because we asked a simple question of why. When you communicate to your staff the why behind the what, they're going to be inspired to do their job. And guess what? That's what we're here for. We're here to inspire the uninspired. By getting your staff to buy into your vision and explaining the why behind what they're doing, they're going to continue moving forward doing the correct thing. If you don't explain the why, it's not going to make sense and they're going to take shortcuts on the back end. That's not something you want. Why we do things a specific way is very, very important. And it's important as a chef and a leader in our kitchen that we understand the why behind the what that we're doing. By knowing the why, we can communicate to the staff that it's either going to increase their productivity or raise the standard. And that's what we want. We want high standards and high productivity in our kitchen. And we want to be able to communicate this to the staff, communicate the why, so that they know exactly why they're doing, so they're motivated to follow in your footsteps and do the right thing. When the staff understands the why, they're also going to be increasing their own engagement. That's something we want. We want the staff to be coming together as a community and pushing each other to do the right things. And if they don't understand why they're doing something, that's a problem. Now, in the field, there's a common problem. I call them blanket statements. It's whenever you ask a question and the response you get is, well, that's just SOP, or that's just standard operating procedure, or that's just the way we do things. Or here's another one. Do it because I'm your boss. That's why you do it. It's very, very important that when an employee comes to you with a question, you do not give them a blanket statement. When you give them a blanket statement, you're not really answering their question. They're coming to you because they genuinely care about their job and they want some more education and development, and they're looking up to you as a leader. So use this as an opportunity, A, to bond with them, but B, to give them the correct knowledge. If they have the correct knowledge and the right information, moving forward, they will continue to perform and do things the way that you want it to do because they understand why they're doing it. You'd be surprised how many things have gotten fixed in my manager meetings just because we asked a simple question of why. Not knowing the answer to something also means there's a hole in your game, which should be driving you to find that knowledge and information for yourself. Make sure you're also holding yourself accountable for the information in your own personal development. If you hold yourself accountable, you can hold the hourly employees accountable for their knowledge and development. So make sure that it starts with you and it trickles down. Let me tell you a quick story. When I was working in the kitchen, I had an hourly employee approach me asking why we hold our cheese in bags. You know what I'm talking about, those little ice bags that hold cheese. Anyways, the employee approached me, asked me why we do that. At the moment, I didn't know. That was a great question, and I wanted to find out. So what did I do? Well, I went to my other managers and I asked them if anyone had an answer for that question. Why do we hold cheese in bags on the line? No one really seemed to know, right? So I went online, I did some research, couldn't find the answer. Finally, I kept asking and asking and asking, and then it took me a while to find the answer to this one, and it's actually a pretty easy answer. It just never came to me on my own. So after asking multiple people, I finally found a chef that was able to tell me the answer. What this chef told me was that the cheese is actually held in bags because it prevents the cheese from freezing to the bottom of the pans. If the cheese freezes to the bottom of the pans, that's going to be waste at the end of the day. So it actually helps with our food costs and helps us save cheese. Now think about it. If I didn't go through that process of looking for the information on my own, I might have just gone back and told the team member, hey, either A, we don't need to keep cheese in bags, or B, just do it because that's what we've always done. But knowing the why is important, and it's important that you go out of your way to find out the why. If you can explain that to the team member, they're going to be able to go back and they're going to continue to use those bags because now they know the why and it's important to them. The purpose of knowing the why is to drive compliance. Now there's a right way to drive compliance and there's a wrong way to drive compliance. The wrong way to drive the compliance is to use these blanket statements that I've been talking about this entire video. But knowing the why will also drive compliance. When the team member actually knows the why behind what they're doing, you're going to have compliance for a long period of time, and you're going to have higher standards and higher productivity. And not only that, imagine a kitchen where everyone's running around doing your bidding because they actually know exactly why they're doing what they're doing.